Chase Sports Star State and the very mammoth AT&T. The scene a few moments ago. Sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Season Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards. To throw. Ali. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
3rd and 15.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Ali. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harper. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL.
Play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays
after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Done. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
1st and 10.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Pollard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3.
Now here's Pollard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Third and goal, the ball at the 10. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Cowboys take
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Broncos nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Denver.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Broncos nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ali. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Off play action. Done. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off the play fake. Done. Pass incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
58 to Mike, 58.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
2-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on...
And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately... Hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Complete.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
To throw on second down. Dunn looking left sideline, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Ali. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Complete.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Ali to throw. Throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. From the gun, Ali. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Jerry Jeudy, incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Operating from the gun, Ali. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a give right side. It's Craig, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
The 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ali eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. 45. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
On the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ali now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Let's go, defense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's Ali looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Elliott.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
36-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go, D.
They'll try and run through it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Target, 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 target. Go. Check Mike, 45. Stop your whining.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Double dog. That's the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
By Jalen Smith. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Off play action. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 41 yards. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A first down carry by Elliott. Number just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go again.
They go to Elliott again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Oh, boy. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Cowboys, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.